Sorry I was late, guys. Sorry. I don't have enough gold to finish training, unfortunately. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll kick off with TV broadcasts online, and then we'll have an opportunity for Sunday newspapers as well. So, Anne-Marie, do you want to kick things off? Thank you.
Hi, Caelan. Let's go. Congratulations on the captaincy. Just tell us when you found out, and I suppose how big of an honour it is for you.
Thank you. Found out Tuesday afternoon. So we were back in camp Monday night, and then first training day was Tuesday. So Faz gave me the heads up then that Pete was going to be out, and I was going to take his role up for the week. Delightment was kind of the initial feeling, but also nerves and excitement, and finding my feet in the new role for the week. So there's been a bit of a mixture of all that, but no, it's a pretty cool honour to have for the week.
There's obviously plenty of experience in the squad. You've got experience of being captain as well. Have you found yourself leaning on the likes of Peter Mann?
Definitely. I was even on the phone to Sexto, to Johnny there during the week. We're lucky in the squad, we've got so many leaders back in their provinces and when they come into camp too. So there's a few key figures for us who aren't involved this week, but I've been leaning on them big time. And then the likes of James Ryan, Ian Henderson, there's plenty of leaders within the team as well for this weekend. So I've definitely leaned on them, and they've lessened the load for me quite a bit, which has been good.
What kind of advice have they given you?
The main one has been be yourself. Like the tendency is to kind of seeing Pete and seeing Johnny do such a good job in how they do it, and me thinking, how can I emulate that? But their message is just be yourself. Being authentic is the best way to lead, and finding my own way to do it, which is challenging at times, but no, it's been good. Thank you.
Thanks, Miles.
Well, congratulations again. The move from, well, you played across the back row, I know in your career, but the move from 8 to 7 or 6 to 7, just try and explain how that's changed your game.
Not too much. I'm pretty familiar with the 7 role from covering it. If it's me and Josh with Leinster or Ireland, I'll be the backup 7. So, I've been in that role and practicing and training quite a bit, swapping in and out with him over the last number of years. So, it's part of my game as well, this sort of openside, groundhoggy bit about disrupting breakdown and making myself a nuisance. I've kind of tried to bring that in, whether I'm playing 6 or 8 either. So, I can do it a little bit more, stick my head into a few more rooks, skill-free this weekend, but I won't be changing too much.
Is it possible to say which you prefer, or is that sort of getting into an area you'd rather not get into because you do whatever you're asked to do?
I'll do whatever I'm asked to, but I do prefer 8. I think 8 probably puts me in slightly better positions to carry, but having said that, our unstructured attack gives everyone an opportunity to get involved, so I'll be trying to do that from 7 and get my hands on the ball as much as possible still.
The team selection, obviously you don't decide that, but there's a freshness about it this week. Does that feel right? With no disrespect to the week, does that feel right with this fixture on the back of what you did in Marseille?
I think so, I think it's a pretty exciting team, a few new combinations. Craig obviously starting at 9, who's been class for Munster over the last while, and delighted to see him get an opportunity. I think lads have been putting their hands up. Big Joe goes again in the second row, has been class. Crowder 10, who is another leader and has been leading us well and has been doing the same in Munster. So there's enough experience there and there's enough old heads, but there's some excitement as well with some of the younger guys.
One final one from me. As well as you played, clearly you played very well as a team last week. Right up there, really, so it's a high importance to 6 Nations, certainly in France. The reaction was still plenty to work, which shows where you're at mentally as a team. What were those work?
The 2 probably most noticeable were our discipline. I think we conceded 14 penalties, quite a few in the second half as well. So that's sort of a more obvious one. And then our scrum as well didn't fire as well as we would have liked to, and we see it as a weapon with the individuals we have in the front row. We want that to be a point of difference and a strength of ours. So those are kind of the 2 more obvious ones. But as you review both attack and defence, there's always areas that could have been better. So the challenge this week is to back up last week's performance with an even better one this week across all areas. So it's a pretty exciting prospect and challenge to try and do that. Thank you.
Thanks, Sinead.
Hi, Ken. Congratulations. In many ways, it's the role of captaincy only something you're ready for once you're almost asked to do it.
Sorry, say that again.
The role of captaincy, I know you've spoken about it before, is something you'd be ready for now you've been asked to do it.
I've been trying to sort of like sure, Lancaster over the last number of years and Leinster would have kind of tried to push the leadership bit out of me, and same with Faz in camp over the last number of years, and I've been in the leadership group for a couple of years. But it's an area that I do want to develop and want to continue to grow, whether I'm in the group or in this role this week. So it's an enjoyable part. It does cause a bit of stress, and there's more responsibilities that come with it, but it's definitely rewarding too.
Yeah, do you think you spoke these big inspirational words or anything like that when you were talking to the team?
There's part of me that feels I need to do that basically, but just talking to Faz this morning, actually, he basically said the contrary of that, and do it in your own way, and you don't need to have these big speeches prepped, and so it was nice to hear from him.
Thanks, Kieran.
Again, you mentioned the experience in the squad. Were you surprised when Andy came to you and asked you to be captain, and just how you found actually leading the team through the week?
A little bit surprised, although I took over from Pete towards the end of the game last week, so knowing that he was out, he had told me he was out on Tuesday morning, so I knew there was a couple of lads who it could have been. I thought I might have been one of those. I found it good. Like I said, I've been definitely leaning on, we meet as leadership group quite a bit, and I've leaned on them and tried to delegate a little bit, and sort of said to them that, like, we've got some unbelievable leaders. If they have something to say, don't feel like they're stepping on my feet. I want them to say what they have to say and help me. And I think the more voices we have, and the more people even outside the leadership group can speak up and add their opinion into the mix, the better.
Okay, that's it for the digital area. If we could just ask you to close off camera.